Have you ever wanted to see what it's like to deconstruct a 1920s house? We are here after the second day of demo and we thought, why not show you guys what it actually looks like when all of the plaster and lath, or most of it, is off the walls. Well, you are in for a treat because we're gonna walk through this 1920s little bungalow that we are working on for a client, and it is marvelous. A lot of people wouldn't think this is marvelous because, okay, it is an ugly part of the process of a project, but it's beautiful to us. And this is an original cast iron tub that we are unfortunately having to take out. We thought about reusing it, but unfortunately it has this side here, side profile, and we don't need that because ours is going to go between two walls. So we can't use it, so it's just going to be chucked or someone else can take it. Let's go over a few things that you should expect to find when you deconstruct a 1920s bungalow or house in general. If you look up, we already took off the popcorn ceiling, and now you see everything, but you also see that there's a lot of cracks. So you're gonna have to figure out if you can easily repair them, or if you need to put a laminate over it, or if you have too many cracks and they are kind of, scary to look at and you really don't know what's going on with them, or if they're gonna crack even more, you might just say, let's drop the ceiling, which also drops the insulation from the attic, and then you have to put new drywall up. Another thing that you're going to find in these old homes is the fact that when you take off the plaster on the walls, you're going to find lath. And there are two questions that you need to ask yourself. Actually, mainly one that has two different answers. Do you keep the lath that's behind the plaster, or can you take it off completely? You can do both, but it kind of depends on situation. So if you're keeping it like this, if you look, the whole wall has lath. We took off the plaster but kept the lath. So this is great because it's not partially cut down and partially demoed and taken out where you see the studs. We can actually put drywall on top of this lath. However, in a different situation, which is in here, this is the master bedroom, and you see that there is no lath on this wall. When we started to demo it, it kind of just came off with the plaster. So when you have a quarter of the wall or even a third of the wall coming off and the lath is coming off and the plaster is coming off, really hard to sister up or put together the drywall with the original plaster. It's just too thick, and you just take the whole thing off and it's much easier to put back, which basically entails additional demo. However, your whole wall would look beautiful once it's done. The next item that you're going to probably find in your 1920s deconstruction of your house or of the house is knob and tube electric. And this is a no-no for insurance because it is a fire hazard, but maybe it's not being used. However, in this house, we are actually not quite certain because everything seems to be run to the new electrical outlets and the newer switches, but we are going to have our electrician run through this and really give us a true answer. So the fourth thing that you're going to find when doing demo is that you're going to find some rotted wood. And especially in this bathroom, because if you remember from the bathroom video, above us was a kind of a hole in the roof, and it also had a lot of rain come in it. Yes, we do have a tarp over the roof, but the rain's still going to come down, and we have a lot of rotted floor joists and a lot of subfloor that we're just going to take out to really see what we're going to have to replace and repair. So we don't really know to the extent yet until all of this is taken out, which I think we have one more-ish day of demo. And yes, it is a lot of work, but in the end, we'll be able to see all the way to the floor and hopefully be able to figure out to what extent the problems are. Let's walk around to the bathroom one more time because you will definitely find this in your old house and you definitely want to get rid of it. Just toss it and get it redone. This right here is cast iron. We want to get rid of that, and we're going to put PVC back in here. So we're going to have the plumbers come and demo that out, and it'll run all the way through the roof. So we're going to have a hole in the roof. Luckily, we're getting a new roof, so that'll all be taken care of, because the whole reason and the fact that you want to replace this cast iron is because if you don't do it now and then you do your remodel and everything's done and now your walls are closed, and if there's a leak and a crack that happens in this cast iron, you will have to take all the wall or all the pretty items that you put on the wall off, and then you have to redo this type of renovation again in a certain area of the bathroom that you've already created. So you don't want to do it twice, do it right the first time. The sixth thing that you're going to probably find yourself coming up to when you're doing demo in a 1920s house is you might want to be removing a door, which we removed a closet door here. But with a door in the middle of a wall, you have baseboard on the left and baseboard on the right. No way are you going to be able to just put a piece here and make it look nice. So you're going to have to demo out that left side and also demo out this right side so that you will have one continuous piece of baseboard flowing and not look, you know, piecemealed together. We don't want that, especially when you're spending the money on a nice demo. So that is it as to what is happening on our second day of demo in this deconstructed 1920s bungalow. But follow us next time because we're going to see how much rot is actually underneath the bathroom that we just demoed and also in the ceiling. So we're going to actually see how much work we're going to have to do to make it like a doll baby underneath the pretty stuff.